with some more habit engineering. It is good to be here. Go ahead and drop a habit that you're looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, and we will engineer it using the triple S method that I developed, which, as you can see, we've got a 96% success rate with that in actually helping people to stay consistent with the habits that they're building long term. So yeah, any habits that you'd like to, either bad habits that you want to break, good habits that you want to build, be consistent with, go ahead, drop those down in the chat, and we will engineer them using the triple S method. Cami, always a pleasure. Great to see you. How was your sleep yesterday? Let me just adjust this. There we go. That's better. That's better. You want to see the book I'm reading right now? Good book. Good book. Oh, it's probably backwards. It's called The Man for All Markets by my boy Ed Thorpe. It's his autobiography. I've already listened to it once, but it's great. Okay, you said you didn't get a lot of it? Why? That's disappointing. You did get your water goal though. Okay, good job. Good job, proud of you. It is pretty freaking good. I would say Ed Thorpe is my entrepreneurial icon outside of just Jesus. But yeah, clearly my brain is dead. That's okay. That's okay. Sad. Yeah, I actually don't really dream. So, yeah, can't relate, I guess. I couldn't tell you the last time that I remembered anything that I dreamed about or anything like that. So, I guess you've got a blessing and a curse, because you probably have good dreams sometimes and are able to remember them, and I just don't remember them. So, I don't know. The anxiety is killing you, thus no sleep, nightmares. You don't dream, but the exam. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's tough. I do not envy you. I'm sorry. We'll say prayers. We'll say prayers. Yeah, that can be rough. Oh, no good dreams? Oh, that is brutal. R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I'll say some prayers for you for sure. If anyone is just hopping on here, this is the Habit Engineering live stream. Go ahead, drop a habit that you're looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, whether that's a good habit you're looking to build, a bad one you're looking to break, and we'll use the triple S method that I developed after overcoming 5 addictions of my own to get that 96% success rate. Making it the most effective habit building method in the world, and that's what I do, is I teach that to people. And so if you have any bad habits that you're looking to break or good habits that you were looking to build, the method is the same to do either of those things. Okay, what do we got here? Dikshant Kanele. I don't know if let me know in the chat if I said that name right. Carmele. Okay, how to deal with loneliness. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, Cami, have a good one. Good to see you, for even if it's just for a little bit. Lulu said, how can I find motivation to do my homework? Macy, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Macy. Deekshant, on how to deal with loneliness, what would you say is causing the loneliness the most in the first place? Let me know in the chat. What do you think like the biggest cause of that is for you? Lulu, finding motivation to do your homework. You want to attach doing something you don't like with doing something that you do. For example, there was actually another girl who was on this live stream probably a month or two ago, and she had the same issue. She was running into just not being able to do her homework, but she liked tanning, right? And so the habit that we set up was, okay, you work on your homework for 30 minutes or something, and then you go tan for 30 minutes, then work on your homework for 30 minutes, tan for 30 minutes, right? But you want to attach something you like doing with something that you don't like doing, which therefore makes it more enticing, gives you more motivation and a higher likelihood that you'll actually do the thing because there's a reward attached with it as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. That works pretty well. A lot of people use that with going to the gym too. It's like they'll go on the treadmill and then be watching Netflix on their phone or something while they're on the treadmill. So they're pairing something they don't like to do with something they do like to do. That works well. Sankey, okay, what are some of my habits? Oh gosh, I wake up at 6 a.m. and go on a walk. I try to be in bed, trying to go to sleep by 10:30. I drink probably like 20 ounces of water within the first 30 minutes of waking up. I journal every day. I pray multiple times every day. I read scriptures. I try to go to the gym probably 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah, I mean, those are just some off the top of my head. I plug my phones in the kitchen rather than in my bedroom. I bought an analog alarm clock, and I use that as my alarm clock instead of my phones. That's been super helpful. Let me know if that helps. Gigi the Big Pack. How do I love myself? That's a great question. The first habit that I would probably implement is some type of affirmation or something that you write about yourself. Like let me start that over. I would just write one thing per day that you love about yourself. So like get a little notebook or something and just write one thing each day that you love about yourself. I would say do that right before you go to bed or right when you wake up. Keep the notebook on your nightstand with a pen right there, and make that one of the first things that you do. Either before you get out of bed, you write one thing down, or before you go to sleep, once you get in bed, you write one thing down. And then see where that takes you. That would be my recommendation. And for a habit, Boy said, how do I stop being racist? LOL. I got that question yesterday too. I can't tell if you're being serious or not, or if you're just trolling with me. So let me know in the chat if you're just trolling or not. I can't answer it seriously, but I can't tell sarcasm from the comments very well, or from the chat. Deekshant said, living alone in the city due to a job, not in any relationships. Yeah. Oh, appreciate the sub, Lulu. Yeah, I go live Monday through Saturday from like 6 to 6:30 p.m. So if you want to subscribe and then also turn on notifications, you can use this live stream and make me your personal accountability buddy. So the notifications that go off will help to remind you to stay consistent with your habit. So it'll double. You can learn from engineering the habits that I do with people here in the chat, and then also use me as your personal accountability buddy. So Oh, holy cow. There's a lot of these chats that I haven't caught up on because I'm getting stuck answering these too long. Deekshant, I would just try to talk to one new person a day at work or at the coffee shop or something. Just try to talk to one new person per day and make one new meaningful connection per day. Sankey said, your mom will beat you if you don't do your homework. That's your motivation. Go to the gym to stop being racist. Oh, no, sorry, boy. I didn't even read that comment. LOL, Mike. That's funny. Big boy monkey. What's up, dude? Dan. How do I build a habit for crack? Dan, I think those types of habits usually build themselves pretty well. I don't think you need my help for that one. I'm not gonna shout you out. Olivia said I'm 5 days clean. Congrats, Olivia. Proud of you. Great job. Osler said, how can I get out of that feedback loop? That's a great question. What feedback loop do you find yourself in specifically? Pig salad, good to have you. Appreciate you hopping on. Adam, Mommy says you're my new daddy. I don't think so. I'm just gonna block our guy Percio here. Don't need that. Cool. Big boy said, how do I hop off the nose candy? Dema, yes. Trust Jesus. Love it. Is there anything? Job, work, remote, location? Oh, no, I just build habits with people. I don't have any jobs. Sorry. Wait, so Osler, you gotta tell me like what type of what action is the feedback loop that you have. I don't think you ever mentioned that. Or if you did, I missed it. I'm sorry. Sparkler, what's up? Good to see you. I don't know if YouTube is blocking your comments. I just scrolled back through the chat a little ways to try to find it, and I didn't see anything besides what to me is your first comment about how do I get out of the feedback loop, but it just says the feedback loop. Appreciate the sub, big boy. Yeah, like I said earlier, I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, both to teach people how to build habits that stick using the Triple S method that I developed, and then also to be people's accountability buddy, as far as building good habits that stick. So, or as far as helping people be consistent with the habits they built. So, G, how are you doing today, good sir? Appreciate it. I have been doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. I hope you've been well. Right, Osler, but what situation do you feel bad in? I don't know what situation you feel bad in, therefore I don't know specifically how to get you out of that feedback loop. Sparkler, the way to build habits is to use the Triple S method, or at least the most effective way to build habits is to use the Triple S method. The way you do that, the first S is you make your habits specific. You do that by giving it a what, a when, and a where. So for example, you want to make it so specific that you can visualize it like you're watching a movie in your head. So if you said, I'm going to read for 30 minutes a day from 7 to 7:30 p.m. sitting on the sofa in my living room with the light on. Like something like that you can like picture that happening. So you make it specific. And then the second S in the triple S method is you make it simple. The way you make your habit simple is you say, okay, I've got this habit here. Do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? No questions asked. And if the answer is yes, cool, keep going. If the answer is no, go back to the specific stage and re-engineer the specificity of the habit until you have that level of confidence. And then the third S is to seal your habit, and you seal it with a 1-second celebration. And this looks different for everyone. It can be just like you smile and kind of pat yourself on the back, or you can like have some type of mental affirmation, just whatever is rewarding to you at the completion of your habit. There's a famous psychologist named B.F. Skinner. He did a number of studies that basically just showed that what gets rewarded gets repeated. So yeah, so then attach a reward to the end of that habit, and there you go. That's how you build good habits that actually stick. Okay, also, let's see. YouTube is blocking your comments. Oh, yeah, I definitely would make that kind of thing as advertiser friendly as I can. How do you get out of it? I feel like that's ruining your life. I honestly can't tell whether you're being serious or not. I get trolled on this quite a few times. So if you're trolling or not, let me know. But yeah. Ludicrous base. How do I become Superman? LOL. Allison, I would like to become Superman too. S, specific, simple, sealed. You are welcome, Sparkler. Okay, Osler said I'm being serious. All right. Okay. I see what you mean. Allison said, when I make habits, I can't make them too specific or else I'll end up giving up if I don't reach the goal. Allison, the key there is that you do need to make them that specific. You just aren't making them simple enough so that you can actually stick to them day one. Make the habit so stupid easy that you can't not do it, and then let the momentum of doing the habit consistently over time create exponential returns for you. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, has a quote where he just says that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. If you don't know what compound interest is or how it works, and you don't think it's the eighth wonder of the world, then go research compound interest and then understand that doing your habits consistently works the exact same way as that, but in self-improvement. Blazer Gaze, how do I be more positive? I would say keep a gratitude journal and write down one thing that you're grateful for every day. Do that the very first thing, or one of the very first things when you wake up before you even get out of bed. Have a notebook on your bedside table or somewhere there with a pen, and write down at least one thing, maybe 3 things that you're grateful for every single day before you even get out of bed in the morning. That would be my first tip. Osler, that's an interesting situation. I would say just make sure that when you're spending time with her, that you focus on asking her questions about herself and like getting to know who she is rather than just like getting into it, if you know what I mean. So like being able to talk to her, I think, is probably what's missing. So yeah, that would be, let me know if you think, if I'm understanding the situation correctly, if you think that might be something that would work, and then we can engineer a habit specifically for that. Allison said, okay, should I increase the goal over time or keep it the same? I think it depends on what your end goal is. Um, if your end goal is just to do something every day, then you probably don't need to increase it. But if your end goal is to continually grow in a certain area, I would say either increase it or just add on an additional habit. Just stack them. That would work in that way. Lil fella 6'7", can you give me a habit on how to grow a six-pack? Yes. Six-packs are built in the kitchen. Sorry, abs are made in the kitchen, almost 100%. So have a good diet. I would eat between half a gram and a gram of protein per body weight that you have per day. Eat vegetables and drink 12 ounces of water before and after every meal. And then do an ab workout 3 or 4 times a week. Make sure that you are running a high protein, low carb, low sugar, low fat diet, and you should have a six-pack within 6 to 12 months, depending on where you're starting from. Jersey Dion, yes, consistency is key. Osler, we've definitely talked about it. I just can't get past that feeling. Osler, I would make a rule for yourself that you have to ask her like at least 5 questions or something, or have a conversation with her for X amount of time before you get into something like that. Wakin, yeah, you were right. Six-packs are built in the kitchen. GP, you asked that question yesterday and then ignored my response. So I think you're just trolling. So I'm gonna let you troll and do whatever. But yeah. Osler, I feel like I'm hopeless on this. It's like we're good, but as soon as I get like that, everything sucks again. Already tried therapy and didn't work out. I am desperate. I don't know. Well, there's a couple different things you could do in addition to what I've suggested. But my first question is, what do you think would work? Because you know yourself a lot better than I do. So what do you think is a habit that you could implement that might work? And then I can help you to engineer that habit. If you've got some ideas or something, but yeah. Ichigo Among Us, LOL. I've actually only played Among Us one time ever, and it was in VR, and it made me sick. It was not worth it. Among Us is terrible. Yeah, pretty sus. Pretty sus. If any of you got any habits, any good habits you're looking to build, any bad habits you're looking to break, go ahead, drop them down in the chat. We'll engineer them using the Triple S method that I developed after overcoming 5 addictions of my own. So, yeah, we got a 96% success rate with that. You can also go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications if you would like. I go live Monday through Saturday from 6 to 6:30, and this channel, not only can you learn about building habits that stick, but you can also, when you turn on notifications, you can use me as your personal accountability buddy. Use the notifications to help remind you to stick to your habit and keep you accountable to that. So, yeah. Let's see. Osler said, I try to make myself rules and everything. I mean, I'm normal. It's not like you're crazy. But you know, the feedback loop of getting into it, I just feel like I get addicted to that high. Yeah, I mean, maybe make some type of agreement with your girlfriend that you're just gonna not do it for like a month or something and just break the cycle, or maybe 2 months, 3 months, whatever you feel like you need, um, in order to break out of that loop would be my best guess. But yeah, it also maybe just, I don't know. Yeah, that's if I like I the way that I am able to help is if you have an idea of something you want to try, um, rather than just telling me what you've already tried in the past that didn't work, right? So if you have um, an idea that you think might work, or some variation of an idea that you've tried in the past, then I can help you to format that in a way that will make you most likely to actually stick to it and be consistent. That's where the engineering portion comes in of the habits, but that's my area of expertise. Anything outside of that, I will not claim to be an expert in, or have the right answers or anything like that. Ichigo said, how to build an exercise habit. Andre said, give me back my son, LOL. Yeah, also I would communicate with her what you've just communicated with me. Be vulnerable and transparent in expressing your feelings and what you would like to do in order to try to overcome the situation. And then if she doesn't take that the right way, then yeah, like then it's probably I don't know what to do then. Ichigo, so you build an exercise habit by making it specific, by giving it a what, when, and where. So saying like, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today, you say, I'm going to go to the gym today from 7 to 7:30 a.m. and it's going to be this gym at this location at this time, like all those types of things, and I'm going to work out chest, right? And so you have that specificity, and then the second S is simple. So you make sure your habit's simple by filtering it through with the filter question. Have your habit in mind, and then say, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? And then if the answer is yes, cool, go to the third step. If the answer is no, go back to the specific step and re-engineer the specificity of that habit until you have that level of confidence in your ability to stick to it. Then the third S is sealed. So you seal your habit with a 1 second celebration, because what gets rewarded gets repeated. And so when you do something that makes you feel good at the end of the habit, your brain says, oh, doing this thing made me feel good. I felt good doing it. Therefore, I want to do it again. So you're more likely to do it again at that point. EQRC, what's good, brother? Good to have you back. No, I mean, also you're fine. It's not uncomfortable. I just feel bad because I don't feel like I am being very helpful in this situation, unfortunately, and I would like to be a lot more helpful than I feel like I am. But yeah. Yeah, be careful, man. Be careful of what you let in. My personal philosophy is that I will be a slave to nothing. And so removing whatever in my life that might be causing me to be a slave is something that I will do, even if it is something like girls. I have done that before. But yeah. Yeah, great to have you all on. Thanks for hopping on. We're about wrapped up with our 30 minutes here. The girl who loves JK, good to see ya. EQ said, I got no bad habits, just bored. That works for me. Though I may argue that scrolling YouTube lives is a bad habit because there's better uses for your time. Just a thought. Just a thought. Don't have to take me up on that. But yeah, have a great evening, afternoon, day, whatever time zone y'all are in. And I will see you back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Keep the change and keep changing. Peace. Oh, let's see. Osler said, yeah, breaking up helped me. That got me to break the feedback loop. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that's what you should do because I'm not in your situation. But yeah, that worked for me. Okay, keep the change, keep changing. Peace.